If you're working really long hours at a job you hate, or not feeling creatively fulfilled, or like you're living up to your full potential, or if you just have no idea what you're supposed to be doing with your life and you just feel like where you are isn't where you want to be, then this video is for you. I'm going to show you how to find what your purpose is and show you exactly how I manifested my business. So if you're struggling to find your purpose and want to know how I found mine, then stay tuned. If you're new to my channel, my name is Mary Kate and I'm a mindset coach, manifesting expert, and founder of mkmagicmindset.com. Everyone wants to know what their purpose is in life. We all want to know what we're here to do, and we all want to feel creatively fulfilled and happy. But finding that purpose takes a lot of trial and error. Some people go their whole lives and never figure out what they were meant to be doing and never feel creative and happy and fulfilled. And a lot of the times, it's because it is that trial and error. In order to find out what you're supposed to be doing, you have to deal with the contrast and you have to face a lot of different obstacles. You're not just going to be born into this world and someone's going to give you a manual and say, this is how you live your life. You're supposed to do this, this, and this, and you'll be happy. If only life were that easy. In order to figure out what you're supposed to be doing with your life, you have to learn the contrast. So if you're working at a job you hate, that's the universe showing you contrast, that that's not what's meant for you. There is something better and more fulfilling that you're meant to do, and it's up to you to figure out what that is. So it's important to get clear on the very detailed aspects of what it is about that job that you don't like. Do you not like the hours? Do you not feel like you are listened to? Do you not feel like you can contribute ideas? Do you not like the people you work with? Do you not like the salary? What specific things are you not liking about where you are right now? It doesn't have to be your job. It could be your house. It could be your relationships. It could be so many different aspects of your life. If you're not where you want to be at any point in your life, write it down. Get really clear on all of the details of the contrast of what you don't like in those circumstances. The more you can determine the things you don't like, the more you can create the things you do like. The universe has to show you contrast in order to figure out what it is that you do want. If you don't experience what you don't want, you can't experience what you do want. One really amazing tip that I can give you if you're feeling really stuck and unfulfilled and just generally unhappy: nothing is permanent. Your life could change at any minute. So if you're feeling stuck, know that it's not permanent, and it's up to you to do the work to figure out where you are supposed to be, what you are supposed to be doing. And when you find your purpose, everything falls into place. So it's always important to start with where you are, your current circumstances, and what's not working. I know when using the law of attraction, you're supposed to always focus on the good and the positive and the happy, but you also need to get clear on what's not working. Take whatever situation in your life that you're feeling stuck or unfulfilled or not feeling like you're living your truest potential, and write it down. Write down the details. Figure out what it is that you don't like about whatever circumstance you're in. And now next to it, I want you to create what you do want. I want you to write down all of the things you do want in your next job, in your next house, in your next relationship, whatever circumstance you're creating. I want you to write down what you do want to create. You already got clear on the things that you no longer want, things that no longer serve you, things that you don't want in your life. So now write your new story. Write what you do want to create. Write what you want to have more of in your life. I'm going to share with you a little secret. You are far more powerful than you'll ever be able to comprehend. Do you realize that even the idea of you being a human being on this earth is such a miracle in itself? That you are infinite potential. You can have, be, or do anything. You literally started off as a miracle and went through the whole process of going from a little tiny ball of cells to growing into an actual human being. It is beyond amazing, and it's something we'll never be able to comprehend. And your power is infinite. And the sooner you figure that out, the sooner you can harness it and create your life on your terms. You are infinite potential. If you agree with me, leave me a comment below. I am infinite potential because you are. You can have, be, or do anything you want. So understand that power. Now that you're clear on all of the things that you intend to create in your life, I want you to write down things that you are passionate about. Are you passionate about music? Are you passionate about painting? Are you passionate about the law of attraction? What are you passionate about? It can be simple things. Do you like being on your computer? Do you like going to the beach? Just what brings you joy? What makes you feel at peace? Because the things that bring you joy and make you feel at peace are little hints from the universe showing you that that's what you should be doing more of. So write down all of those things that you're passionate about. Some of them might not even make sense. Writing that you're passionate about going to the beach, you don't have to think about how that could be a career. You don't have to judge them. Just write down the things that make you feel good. Things that make you feel good will attract more things that make you feel good. And remember, you are infinite potential. You can have, be, or do anything you want. So on this piece of paper now, you have all of the things that you don't like about your current circumstances, the job you don't like, whatever situation you don't like. And next to it, you have all the things you intend to create, all the things you do want out of a new job, out of a new circumstance, all the things you do want to create. And now you have a list of things you're passionate about. This is the groundwork for figuring out your purpose. It really is that easy. You have a list of everything you intend to create and a list of your passions. Now, how can you connect the two? You don't need to figure it out right this second. You don't need to have the answer right this second. This is where you need to ask the universe for an answer. Get quiet, meditate, listen to the universe, because like I always say, the universe is always trying to communicate with you, and it's up to you to listen. You are sending out very clear intentions of things you want to create, and you have a list of things you're passionate about. The universe will help you connect the two together, and you'll have your aha moment of what you're meant to be doing. Don't get frustrated if you don't get the idea right away or within a week or within a month. You will figure it out in the right time. Trust the divine timing. You are infinite potential, and because you know and understand that, things will always work out in your favor. When you know that you are consciously creating your life, things always work out. You don't have to worry about anything because it all works out, and you can trust and understand that. The answer will come to you, and you will find your purpose. Things that didn't even make sense, like going to the beach, how could that be a career? You never know. You could get hired as a nature conservationist. You could be studying the oceans. You could become a marine biologist. You never know how it's going to work out. The universe works in mysterious ways. And now that you have that list and you're sending out the clear message to the universe, it'll put together and connect all the little pieces for you. The universe will take care of you as long as you're sending out the messages and getting clear on what you want and consciously creating your life. Stop giving up your power. Stop feeling stuck in life and frustrated. Don't give up your power, because you are infinite potential. So for me personally, my journey was a lot of trial and error. I went through all the phases of working at jobs I hated. I have lived in 4 states. I've always been a little bit impulsive in the fact where if I felt compelled to do something, I did it. So when I was living in California, I was working at a job I really couldn't stand, and I was working really, really, really long hours, really late into the night. And I just remember at one night getting so completely frustrated. I was just wondering what I was doing with my life. I was meant to be doing so much more than I was doing. I was qualified to be doing way more than I could be doing, and I just felt like I wasn't creatively fulfilled or living the life I was supposed to live. And I did the steps exactly like what I just told you to do. I wrote down all the things that weren't working. Then I wrote down all of the things I wanted to create. And then I wrote a list of my passions. I had been bouncing around, trying different jobs. I tried to 9 to 5. I hated it. I tried working in real estate because I loved houses. I hated it. I tried working at so many different jobs, and it was trial and error. I had to try something before I figured out I didn't like it. So where you are right now might be a trial. You tried it and you didn't like it. So move on. Find out what you do like. I had trial and error too. I didn't just create a business out of nowhere. I was always using the law of attraction, and I never thought about it as a career. The things I wrote down on that paper were that I wanted to work from home. I wanted to feel creatively fulfilled. I wanted to help people. And my job now has all of those aspects, and I couldn't feel more fulfilled. I am in the business of changing lives, and I am eternally grateful and honored to do what I do. Being able to help my clients achieve massive success in their life is a dream come true. I love being able to reach out to you and share all of my knowledge about the law of attraction and how you can change your life. It's such a powerful feeling when you're on the path of doing what you're meant to do. And the second you tap into your purpose, the universe rewards you by putting all the pieces together and accelerating everything to happen in order to do what you're meant to do. So when I wrote down the law of attraction as one of my passions on my page, next to the things I don't want and the things I intend to create, I didn't really put that much thought into it. I wrote down my passions and figured I would just kind of observe and see what happened and, think about how I could incorporate my passions into what I wanted to do with my life. I didn't have a light bulb moment. Nothing crazy happened. I just got clear at what I didn't want and what I did want and what I'm passionate about, just like I'm telling you to do. I had been studying the law of attraction for probably over 5 years at this point, and I just was passionate about it. It was just simply a passion. Didn't know it would be a career yet. One day I noticed that a lot of people have always come to me in my life and asked me for advice. I have always been the person that even strangers will just come to me for advice. I feel honored. I mean, that's kind of a trustworthy position to be in when people are asking you for advice. People trust you and want to know your opinion. And I've always been giving out advice. I realized that was kind of an aha moment. A lot of people ask me for advice. And one day I noticed that a lot of the advice I gave to people was based on principles of the law of attraction. How, you need to change your mindset. You needed to change the way you're viewing things if you want to attract better things into your life. And that still wasn't obvious to me yet that this would be a career. These were just things I simply noticed and was aware of because, like I tell you, the universe is always communicating with you and it's up to you to listen. So I've always been a listener. I had wanted to create a YouTube channel and I made a couple videos and, didn't really know what I was doing. And one day I created my crazy law of attraction stories, and that video took off. I shared some of my favorite things I manifested in my life. And I realized that there was this whole other community of people who were also passionate about the law of attraction and people who wanted to learn more. So I started sharing my knowledge. I started connecting with people. I started coaching people. And from there, I ended up creating my business, mkmagicmindset.com. Now I have digital courses, my Digital Course Abundance Academy, and I get so many rave reviews from all of my students in there. I love helping people get success using the law of attraction. And I'm honored to be able to share this knowledge with you. How I found my career is based on listening to the universe, figuring out a lot of the synchronicities, how people were asking me for advice, following my impulses, just listening and being aware of what was being communicated to me. And from there, I took action, and now I am living proof that once you find your purpose and take action, you can live your life feeling creatively fulfilled and live your life the way you want on your terms. All of those things that I intended to create on that list are all true now. And I want to inspire you that you can do the same too. You are infinite potential and you can have, be, or do anything you want. Where you are right now is temporary. Create the job that you want. Create the circumstances in your life that you want. Live your life feeling creatively fulfilled and live life on your terms. And do things that make you happy. That's how you know you are in alignment with what you're meant to be doing. I also plan on doing a video on step-by-step how I built my business, full transparency, the platforms I use, how to go about doing everything. So if you have a passion you're interested in pursuing or a business that you've always wanted to start, this video is going to kind of give you step-by-step how to do it. If you're interested, leave me a comment below and I'll make that video for you. I think it'd be really fun, but definitely leave me a comment below if it's something you'd be interested in. And I really hope you enjoyed this video and that you found value from it and that you feel like you really are in charge of creating your life. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment below. I read every single one and I love hearing from you. And also be sure to turn on the bell notification so you get notified whenever I post a new video so you don't miss one. And as always, be sure to check out my website, mkmagicmindset.com, and I will see you next time.